Hi, you guys. This is Renata. I haven't done a video in a while, but I'm going to try to get back to doing recordings and hopefully y'all come up with some good topics for the coming year. But this particular video is for a person who contacted me and she wanted to know what I thought about her situation with her coworker. So here's what she said. She says, there's this lady at my job that tried to befriend me. We have a lot of things in common, but there's something off about her. One of the things we have in common is our birthdays. She gives me good advice and encouragement, but she talks way too long knowing we are on duty. She talks more than I do. She doesn't ask me weird questions. What she does is enough for me to be friends with her. I notice how people are on the job and they're all weird. It's spooky. I just don't want to talk to her unless it's job related. She's in my face and poking me when she talks. She pokes my heart, my stomach, and my arm. It's annoying. The people she warns me about are the same people she associates with. Okay, so I thought it was odd when she said that this person pokes her in her heart, in her stomach, in her arm. And so I went back and I asked her, I said, do you mean she physically touches you in your heart area and your stomach area? And she said, yes. Um, so, that's a tactic that they do. And that happens to me as well. If you listen to my videos, you know that. Um, One of the things they like to do is touch me. Now, that is a tactic that can be very provoking because, as you said, it's annoying and you don't want to be touched. Now, we're in the age of this Me Too movement. So, nobody should be touching anybody, if you ask me, because everybody is, sensitive to that. And rightfully so, because it is your body, and if you don't want to be touched, you shouldn't be. And actually, an unwanted touch is an assault. It is a crime, okay? But what you need to do is you need to let her know that you do not want to be touched. Now, that can be hard to do, but you need to build up the courage to do that, to let her know, I prefer not to be touched, okay? I've had to do it. It's not an easy thing. If you've listened to my videos a couple of years ago when I was working at a particular place, my supervisor was always touching me. The other supervisor was always touching me. My coworkers were always touching me. And I know that this is a tactic that they do. Okay. And it can be, like you said, um, very annoying. Okay. And it's designed to get you to kind of go off. And that's not what you want. So to prevent that, you need to nip it in the bud, okay? Because this lady is assaulting you, and she's really crossing the line by touching you in the places that she's touching you, okay? But it's up to you to get it to stop. Okay, so what I had to do, because it was hard for me to speak up, because especially with my boss, he would start these conversations about work, and then he'd go into, how his daughter's doing in college, and these pleasant conversations, and then before I know it, he reached out and he touched me. Okay, and that went on and on and on, and it would bother me, but I would suffer in silence and I wouldn't say anything because he's my boss, and the conversation was pleasant and it would come off as this friendly touch. And one day I got up the courage and I said, I don't like to be touched. And he said, oh, that's just something I do. And I said, no, you didn't used to do that. We've worked together for what, 5 or 6 years now, and you didn't used to do that. I said, well, anyway, because he was going back and forth. No, I always did that, which he did not to me. And so, but I knew it was a tactic. And so I said, well, I don't want to be touched. He said, okay. Okay. A couple days go by, no touching. All of a sudden, he's doing it again. Okay. And I had to call him on it again. A couple times I let it slide, but then I had to call him on it again because it was always during these quote unquote friendly exchanges that we were having. And he reached out and he touched me again. So I would say again, I don't want to be touched. Oh, okay. I forgot. Okay. So then one day I told him, I said, I've told you several times that I don't want to be touched, but you keep doing it. So do I need to go to HR? That's what I said to him. Do I need to go to HR? And he said, no, 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 no. Please don't do that. I won't touch you again. And that was the end of that. Okay. So if you have to say that to her, although I will warn you, HR will not help you. They won't. But they still don't want you going there because they don't want to document it. Okay. And I would have made sure it was documented and I would have got a copy of it. But, he stopped. Okay. Then there was another supervisor who was under him and she would do the same thing. Now, this lady never spoke to me, ever. But she started doing it when she would come over and ask for work. Can you do this for me? And then before I know it, pow, she has did her little tap, perp touch. And so I did not say anything to her right then and there. And then I sat there and I was like, no, I have to say something because this is getting out of control. So I went over to her desk. I said, I know you didn't mean any harm, which I knew she did. I know you didn't mean any harm, but just to let you know that I don't like to be touched. And she says, she had a very smart mouth. She said, well, I'll try to remember that. I said, oh, no, you will remember that, or I'll remind you, and I'll go to HR and let them know. So that was the end of that with her. But I will tell you that when you get this person to stop, they'll have somebody else do it. Okay? So you're going to have to build your courage so that you can check each and every person who does this to you. Okay, and then it'll start on the outside. I mean, these are just the things that happen to me. But all of this will help you to build courage, the courage that you're going to need in different areas of your targeting, because we need to be our own advocates. Okay, we need to speak up for ourselves and not allow these people to feel like they can just do whatever they want to do to us. Okay, so that would be my advice with that. And if the lady touches you and you don't catch it right then and there, because there's so many times where I didn't say anything because it happened so fast and all of that, but go back and say something like I just described with that second supervisor. She left and went back to her desk, and a few minutes later then I went to her desk. Just don't let too much time go by, because then they'll say, I don't remember that. You have to build up the courage. Don't holler, don't scream, don't be confrontational. Just politely say, you probably didn't mean any harm when you touched me, but I noticed you've been doing that a lot and it's not comfortable for me. I asked you not to touch me. I had to tell a coworker that last week. I had to tell her, I said, my body is always in pain, so I don't want to be touched. That's what I told her, which is the truth. My body is always in pain. And I said, I don't want to be touched. She, oh, okay. So you have to do it because these are tactics. This is targeting. That is what she's doing to you. She is targeting you. She is assaulting you. Okay. Unwanted touch. That's assault. All right. So that's my advice with that. Okay. So let's go over here. Let me see. What else did you say? You said there's something that is off about her. Okay. That is your intuition. That is that internal warning system that God gave all of us to let us know when something's not right. Intuition. Okay. Red flags, sirens going off, telling you something ain't right about this lady. Okay. You add all this touching and all this other stuff she's doing, and now you're getting this feeling that something's off. Okay. Go with that. Go with it. Don't second guess it. She's not your friend anyway. No love loss. She's your coworker. You are there to do a job. If you make a friend along the way, that's beautiful. But this does not sound like she's going to be one of them. Okay, so no love lost there. Go with that intuition. Get away from her. Okay. You said that one of the things you guys have in common is your birthdays. They will always find purpose to have something in common with you to infiltrate your circle. She gives you good advice and she gives you encouragement. Now that threw me off a little bit. Okay, let me tell you why. Because you said you don't want to talk to her unless it's job related. So if you don't want to talk to her unless it's job related, then why and how is she giving you good advice and encouragement? Okay? Stop going to her for advice. Stop telling her your business. Stop going to her for encouragement if, in your words, you only want to talk to her job related. So why are you talking to her about things you need advice with and things you need encouragement with? Why? If you don't want to be talking to her unless it's work related. What you're doing is you're sending mixed messages. Your mind is saying and your body is saying, I don't want to be bothered with her. I'm getting these red flags. Something feels off. But yet you're going to her for advice. Don't do that. You're sending mixed messages. You're inviting her into your space. You're inviting her to come over to your desk in the morning to say, hey, good morning. What's going on with you today? I gave you some advice yesterday. What you need today? You know, she's probably not saying those words, but I'm sure she's thinking that because she has become your therapist. Don't go to her for advice. Don't do it. She doesn't give you good advice anyway if she's a perp. She's just getting information from you so she can go back and tell the rest of the office. Do not tell this lady your business. If you don't want to be bothered with her, don't be bothered with her. Okay? Stand up for yourself. Don't be bothered with her. You know, okay, I'm a person, my face is very expressive. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, you can read my face. Okay? Your body language can tell this lady that you don't have time for the drama. You do not want to be bothered. Okay? Trust me, I do it all the time. Okay? If you don't want to be bothered with someone, let your expression show that. She comes up with all this chitty chat because you said that she talks real long, knowing that you guys are at work. So don't engage her. Don't stand there and listen to it. Say, oh girl, I know you have a lot to say, but I have to go. And walk away. Walk away. Okay? She says good morning. If you don't feel like saying good morning, give us half of a smile. And I mean a half of one. Okay? Not even a whole smile, a half of one. And if you don't want to give a half a smile, don't. Keep walking. Okay? Don't be bothered with people you don't want to be bothered with. It don't make you mean. It doesn't. They don't like you anyway. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be cold. But I'm telling you, these perps don't like you. And I'm not even talking about you. I'm talking about us. These perps do not like us. So why play the game? I don't believe in that. I don't play the games. I don't like that. I guess to some degree, if you're at work, I mean, I guess you have to a little bit, a little. But if you don't want to be bothered with this lady, don't. You said you only want to talk to her work related. So when she come up to you with all that drama, all that gossiping, and all that, she trying to pick information out of you, just say, you know what, I can't talk. I got to get to work. Okay? I have to get to work. She said, good morning, throw up your hand. Don't even open your mouth. Just throw up your hand. I do it all the time. Throw up your hand. And if you don't want to throw up your hand, don't. Keep walking. You don't have to be bothered with that mess. Especially if you really believe this lady is a perp. You do not have to be bothered with that. And then you said that no. Wait, what was that you said? You said, wait a minute. It's something that you said. Oh, you said the same people that she warns me about are the same people she associates with. That's called a two-faced person, okay? And that's a real old school term, but that's a two-faced person, okay? You do not want to be mixed up in that. Believe me, that lady is coming to you, talking about your coworkers to you. What you think she's doing to you? She going right back to them same coworkers talking about you, taking all your business that you're going to her for this encouragement and for this motivation. Everything she's motivating you about, everything she's encouraging you with, because you're telling your business, she's going back and she's telling the whole office, okay? She's trying to keep you away from people by telling you to stay away from them. Don't associate with these people, but then she's associating with them. Do you want to be bothered with someone like that? See, these people at work, they're co-workers, okay? I think we get it mixed up. They're co-workers. They're not friends. They're not relatives. Yes, you can meet some great people at work that may become friends, okay? Maybe. I have met some. But with this targeting thing, it's a whole different thing, Okay? So if this lady is not agreeing with your spirit, which obviously she is not, this will probably not be a long-term friend. Okay? So keep it business. Like you said, you only want to talk to her work related. Do that. You don't have to announce that. I only want to talk to you work related. You don't have to say that, but you can show that. Okay? Every time she tries to start a conversation, cut it off. You see her coming to your desk, get up and go to the bathroom. Pick up the phone. Pick up some paper and say, I'm so busy right now. She will get the message. Okay? She will get the message eventually. But you have got to stick with it. You have got to stop going to her for advice. Don't let her come and try to give you advice. When she gets to start talking about advice, say, you know what? I have to get to work. I can't talk right now. Sorry, can't talk right now. Do it every day. Can't talk right now. Can't talk. No, no lunch. No, no, thank you. No, thank you. No, can't go to lunch. Can't go get coffee. We can't talk around the water cooler. We can't. No, 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 thank you. And don't be afraid to say that. No, thank you. You can still be polite. It will not make you a mean person. You're standing up for yourself because you know this lady's not right. And they had those little office perks. Trust me, I encounter them every day. Every day I go to work, here comes little office perks. But you just have to know how to handle them. Let your face, let your expression on your face show, I'm not having it today. Okay, we're not going to stand around and talk about my business. And my mom, if I didn't say it in this video, because I'm going to like take 3 or 4 of this video, my mom told me a long time ago, when they start asking you your business at work, start asking them theirs. And I bet you they walk away, and they do every time. Just get even more personal than they getting with you. They start, and that go for any of these perks, work or not. Start asking them their business. For every question they ask you, ask them 5. Just drill them. And you don't even care about their business. Just drill them. And when my mom told me that and I started doing that, she's right. They don't want to tell you their business. They want to know all yours. So for every one question, ask her 5. Every time she get ready to ask you a question, cut her off and ask her a question. Okay? She'll leave you alone. But don't play with her. Don't keep going to her. What are you going to her for advice for and you don't even like her? You say you don't even want to deal with her unless it's work related. So why are you going to her for advice? You got to think about that. She can't give you good advice, and if she could, she wouldn't, because she sounds like she's a perp. And they definitely have them in the office. Anyway, I'm just ranting on right now, but this lady is two-faced. She's assaulting you. You're sending her mixed messages because you don't want to be bothered with her, but you're telling her your business, and your intuition, most importantly of everything I said, your intuition is telling you that this lady is not someone you want to be dealing with, okay? So follow that. All right. Hopefully this was helpful. Okay. Thank you for listening, you guys.